Hey, how's it going, you guys? I finally figured out the camera setup. So, 2 weeks ago, I finished off, or basically 2 weeks ago, I basically, talked about and reviewed, of course, Spider-Man 2, which, of course, if you've seen that review, you would know that I absolutely adore that movie. I love that movie to death. I just overall liked it a lot, and all that sort of stuff. And besides, it's a movie that really does mean a lot to me. And also, I guess we need to sort of maybe say a few things, or basically kind of recap how the way these sort of reviews have kind of gone on and all that sort of stuff. So, first of all, of course, I reviewed all of the MCU Spider-Man, movies and whatnot, sort of have you. But now, when it comes to, of course, to the Raimi movies and to the Andrew Garfield movies, which we will get to, damn, oh God, which we'll probably get to, I want to get them done by probably tomorrow and probably by maybe Sunday. I have no idea. But, I don't know. But anyways, because I got, like, freaking, notes and stuff like that on here, and I'm basically just memorizing off of what I said. But basically, in this video, we're here to talk about Spider-Man 3, the last movie for Tobey Maguire, and for Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and also for Sam Raimi to direct. Now, the backstory, the overall production of this movie, it's already well known. We already know the deal. Sam Raimi wanted to focus on the three main characters, Peter, MJ, Harry, and it included a new character, Sandman. That's what he wanted to focus on. But then, good boy Avi Arad came in, said nope, put Venom in the movie, and Venom was forced into Spider-Man 3. Now, interestingly enough, now it's actually really kind of weird how this movie has gone from being hated to now it's even being praised at this time, and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people are loving Spider-Man 3 now. And I don't know if that's because, maybe the memes have made the round. Of course, the Bully Maguire memes we have to include. We the drill. You know the drill. The Bully Maguire memes. But anyways, talking, but that could be a reason. Another reason could really much be that maybe this movie's being understand a little bit more, and people are actually kind of, or maybe changing their minds and all that sort of stuff, because that's the same thing with the prequels as well, and all that sort of stuff. It started off being hated, but then now it's loved by all Star Wars fans and whatnot, sort of have you. And that's definitely something that, which I don't really know if it's either hypocritical, that people may be being hypocrites, or maybe it's just a newer generation. I want to believe it's a newer generation, but I generally will not believe anyone who said they like Spider-Man 3 when maybe they said they hated Spider-Man 3. Now, like I said before, Spider-Man 3, in my personal humble opinion, and I grew up with this movie. I grew up with this movie. This, honestly, for a good amount of time, it was one of my. It was just one of my favorite. It was just one of my favorites. And to be quite honest, this one and Spider-Man 2, still to this day, I feel like, which one do I like more? I still like 3 just because of some elements, and whatnot, sort of have you. Once again, it's acted once again, Tobey Maguire and Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, they do amazing jobs in these movies, whatnot, sort of have you. And say what you will about Tobey crying a lot, he's a good crying actor. I don't know, he does it better than anyone else, I think, can. But I don't know, and from everything from the music to the visuals, yeah, and really, I gotta say, the one thing, or the few things that I feel like what holds this movie back is, well, few things that I feel like it holds it back is it's personally two things. Is that number one, I will have to agree, is that, and this is something that I just have to accept for the fact, is that even though I do like Venom in this movie, I don't know. It's so weird to talk about this Venom because he was actually a villain and now he's being portrayed as a superhero, sort of now, which is something I don't mind unless it's like an anti-hero or something, but I don't know, it's just super weird now, but I'm not gonna lie, I like Topher Grace as Venom. Topher Grace is a pretty cool dude, and especially through social media and all that sort of stuff. But he really, I don't feel like should have been in this movie. I mean, I feel like he could have been the easy character. He's just, and of course, like I said before, Raimi didn't even want to include him, even though I feel like he did a good job. Um, I feel like he did do a good job, um, even though he did a good job, doing what he can with Venom and basically trying to fix this whole mess that Sony has created and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, Venom could have been cut in this movie. And this is something that I really think could have benefited from this movie. Another thing I really wish could have also benefited too is if Harry was used a lot more, because basically he's abandoned throughout the whole rest of the movie. I mean, would have been interesting if Harry didn't lose his memories after hitting a goddamn garbage can and a goddamn AC. Goddamn, that's still the funniest freaking falls I've ever seen in the movie. There are a lot of unintentional funny moments in this movie. So that's definitely something interesting to point out. But yeah, that's just super weird. That's super funny. But I mean, to be quite honest, I really wish we could have seen more as Harry. And even though James Franco, he's been canceled nowadays, which I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, though, whatever you want to say, I really wish James Franco could have shown more as New Goblin, which, honestly, for me, I feel like he should have been the Hobgoblin, but I don't know, that's besides the point. Hey, who knows, maybe we'll get Hobgoblin maybe in the new movies. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know, but, those are really the two things that I just really feel like that Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 really could benefit, because overall, I feel like what really makes, I really have to say, the number one reason why I feel like this movie is why I sort of like this one a little bit more, and maybe it could rival Spider-Man 2 for me, is that this movie does, while this movie didn't really beat up Peter Parker as much, this really shows the darker side of him, and it really does show. And it's also really it's also a good message, the overall message of the movie, and something that I like, and that is, good people good people do bad things, and if we, don't forgive each other, then, well, we'll just be stuck, and all that sort of stuff, and that's certainly something that I've been trying really hard at trying to do lately, and, yeah, I mean, damn, it's just really, really good stuff. It's really good stuff. Good stuff, Raimi. But yeah, and this is the part where I just have to say that, this is the last Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. This is the last time he played Spider-Man, and certainly, I'll be really honest when I say this. I really did not want a Spider-Man 4. I mean, it would have been cool, but I don't know, I don't really know, because I really feel like that this was a good finale, I feel like. I mean, it was a semi sort of good finale. I mean, it did wrap up a lot of cool storylines, example, Peter forgiving Marco, for killing his uncle, which started in Spider-Man 1 and ends in Spider-Man 3. And then, also Harry, from Spider-Man 1, he hated Spider-Man and hated Peter, but now, they're friends again. And unfortunately, he dies, and it's also sad. And, You could also feel like that a lot of maybe character arcs were wrapped up, but and besides, we don't even get a final swing, and I don't know. I mean, you know, with all the rumors going around about Maguire showing up in Spider-Man No Way Home, I mean, I really am interested to see what they do, and yeah. So this is the last. This is the last one. This is the last. Well, this is the last of the Raimi trilogy, but we still have 2 more to go. Oh god. But yeah. So Spider-Man 3. Overall, I did not think this was overall, this is not a bad movie. Okay? It's a personal opinion of mine. Something that a lot of people can agree with. And if you ask me, what would I rate Spider-Man 3? I would overall have to rate Spider-Man 3 a solid 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10. Which is a B+. I didn't think Spider-Man 3 was a bad movie. I don't really care. I don't really care what anyone else says and all that sort of stuff. It's just a personal opinion, and I mean, hey, I don't know. But anyways, tell me what you guys thought of Spider-Man 3 in the comments below. Did you like it? Do you hate it? Or what the hell's up? So with that being said, the Amazing Spider-Man review will probably go up. I don't know when, but it will go up. These videos will be back in. We are back in the swing of things. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video where we talk about the other Spider-Man. Man.